okay, I'm gonna try not the fangirl. I really am. Cause I am such a big fan of yours.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god. I'm
Don't do
so
this. I'm gonna cry.
serious.
I'm an emotional girl these days. Okay, I used to be a thug, but not anymore. Okay, I turned 30 and started crying.
Well, see, I don't do all that crying stuff. I'm still a thug, but I know that I am. I am such a big fan. I was so
Thank you.
crushed when I couldn't go to C2E2 to see you. I was so crushed because I had to do a book tour, and I was just like, book tour or see. When I say I admire you, and I'm such a big
Thank
fan of your
you.
work. Um, like I said, I love paranormal, and your books are just ooh, the chef kiss.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
So I'm just I'm just yo, I just cannot believe I'm talking to you. Like for real.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm having a
And
moment.
I'm
I am
super
really,
excited too because this is my first interview in 5 years.
are you
I don't
serious?
interview normally. When you asked me, so I said, okay, yeah.
Okay, let me get it together. Okay. Okay. Thank you for coming onto the show. I
Thank
like
you
I
for having me.
said, I oh my god, I just love your work as a paranormal fantasy. Everything that you write, I just dig into. So
Oh,
I just
thank
love your
you.
work. Could you introduce yourself to everyone and tell us the genre
Yes.
you write in and anything you want us to know before the interview starts?
Okay, so I'm Phoenix Williams. I've been doing this. Well, I live outside Chicago in a very well, it's not that small, but I live in Aurora. Okay, and I've been writing books since I dropped out of law school in 2012. And I've done very well for myself. I started out writing street lit of all things because I don't even write street lit no more. A lot of people don't realize that I started out as a street lit author.
All that.
And then I moved into erotic romance and then straight erotica. And then I was like, you know what? Let me try a little paranormal. And now I'm in the dark romance. So I run the gambit. So I usually have something that everybody can jump on. One thing I do outside of writing is I teach. So I love teaching people how to go ahead and get started in this field because there's a lot of scammers out there, a lot of misinformation. So I try to go ahead and make sure that I am available. So if you email me or you reach out to me, no, most of the time I'll go ahead and respond.
Man, okay. I don't even know where to start because your Hellfire series, the Hellfire Valley, the Queen of Beasts, Rock Paper Scissors, Grim, Nyx. I look when I say I'm a fan, I am a
You know a
fan.
lot.
I am a fan. So what made you want to write, in particular, the Hellfire series? What made you want to write that? Because there's a lot of moving pieces with that.
Yeah, and it started out as an accident. Okay, so the first part is that's a spin-off series of Queens of Beast.
Oh, see, I
Yeah, and
went
so
the
on
wrong way.
Tuesday you'll have the Queens of Beast. I sent it all to you already.
Wait, the books?
Yeah, I sent you 3 of the books.
Are you for real?
Yeah, they didn't be sitting here at the house. I got a bunch of them.
I need to give me a minute. Yo, thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Y'all, okay, everybody, y'all know how I interview, but right now I'm really fangirling. So I'm trying to keep it together. Okay. Now, you were saying it was an accident you writing the series.
Yeah, so anyone who knows me knows I am so in love with anime and manga, okay?
Mhm.
And I cannot draw. If I could, I would not even be an author. I would be a mangaka. I'll be out in Japan drawing my little ass off, okay?
Yeah.
But I can't draw. It's a stick-figure city over here. So I said, I can write a book. So the first book was Queens of Beasts, The Life, Love, and Death of Adara Mashal. and that was supposed to be a one and done. But it took off so much, I had to give her four sisters. And then once that was done, I was like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm gonna go back to erotica. And they was like, nah, we got a lot more characters. Because in Queens of Beasts, I got it written down here. In the whole entire series, I have 100 named characters. And so the fans want stories about each of the characters, which is not gonna happen. I'm gonna give y'all one more spinoff, and it's about the kids, okay? And so you'll start to see that in a few weeks, actually, for the Christmas book. We are skipping ahead 10 to 12 years, and we're starting out with Raijin. So that starts in Hellfire Valley Christmas 3. And that's the end of it. Once I'm done with that, I'm done with Hellfire Valley. I've been in Hellfire Valley since 2018. Okay, I'm tired of Hellfire Valley. Especially because I didn't plan on it going this long. I really thought it was going to be just a one and done.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think anybody was going to read it to my mama. That's it.
I think that was. Did you say just your mama?
That's the only person I thought was going to read it because I was like, okay, I'm an erotica author. No one's going to read this because there's no sex in it. I wrote it because my grandma. God rest her soul. She lives in Georgia, and she's a big church going lady. Mm-hmm. And she would take my erotica books up to the church, and she would make like copies of the cover and put it up on the church and say, buy my granddaughter's books. But she didn't realize that they were like so sexy. And so I would come to town trying to be like a good girl and see her, and it was just a mess. But the pastor did buy my book, and I really did appreciate that. But I needed to write a book that she could share with the church. So I wrote this so it had no sex in it. So when you go to Hellfire Valley series, that has sex in it. But Queens of Beasts does not.
Oh my God. Shit, the characters carried it. You don't even need it. And I, for one, am all about this fucking sex. I'm all about sex and getting dick down and everything. But when sometimes in books, like, your books, the Queen of Beasts, the main characters carry it. They carry it.
Yeah.
Because the plot is so deep, it carries it. So you don't need I think if you would have put sex in it, like overly sexual, it would have took away from everything.
Yeah. I think so too. Especially when we talk about the first book. Because, like I said, it was all supposed to be one book. And that's why the cover looks like this. Because it's supposed to be just one book, okay? One book. That was it. I wasn't supposed to do any more. Otherwise, I would have put the cover. It was a lot more simple, okay? Because as it went on, things got a lot complicated. But if I was going to just do a whole series, I probably would. If I knew back then I was going to do a series, I would have done a little bit differently. But it all worked out. So that's good.
I like your paranormal mind. I love how you rate. Because whether the book is short or if it's longer than one of your usual ones, it literally has so much plot in it and so much story going on that you just like, what's happening next? What's going on? Who gonna get it? I hate this person. Devastating Calamity, the way I hated his old pride.
Yeah.
I was like ready to strangle old girl. Like, how could you do this to them? Like, you just sold out your own people. What is wrong with you?
And that happens a lot. People will sell you out to save their own skins. I'll put that in the book.
Yeah. Damn. I was so distraught. Listen, look, I read that shit twice. I read it twice because it. Look, Hellfire series is one of my favorite paranormal series. It's really good, and I like the fact that it's long. Usually I'll be like, nah, I ain't reading no long ass series. my attention span is only so long. But I really enjoy how you wrote things because each book tells it doesn't even feel like it's the Hellfire series. It's just like these people are having a different story.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's how I wanted it. I'm not a fan of long series, which sounds ridiculous looking at this whole 13 book series plus the 6 book original and then like the 5 book spin-off you're about to have on there. It looks like I love long series. I do not. If you look at my other series, they're all like 3 to 4 books max. Like, I don't do anything else besides like maybe 5. Okay, that's pushing it. But I don't like long series. So I knew if I was going to do one, I was going to do one where every book was like its own little piece.
Yeah.
And there was an overall series theme or storyline that y'all could get into if you decide to read the whole entire thing.
Do you think being an independent author in the paranormal world is harder for you? You know, being a Black woman, first of all, being a blurred is hard. People don't realize that. But being a blurred is hard as fuck because everything is always male dominated and everything is always sexualized when it comes to us. So do you think it's hard being a Black female paranormal author in the paranormal world?
Yes, I would say yes and no. I think on the yes side, there's so many obstacles. It's very male dominated. The industry is still today very male dominated, even though the majority of writers is women. But still, it is all boys club in this piece, and we just have to move around. Not to say that barriers are not being broken, but when you are a double minority, meaning that you are Black and you are female, it makes the job a lot harder.
Right.
But on the flip side, being a double minority, you get some opportunities sooner than others when everybody wants to be diverse. Okay, so election years, I always see the big opportunities for me during election years because everybody's like, oh, you know what? We're so diverse, or Black History Month or Juneteenth, my phone is ringing. You know what I mean? So I find that it's a blessing and sometimes it's not. I just know that I've paved my own lane. And I'm an optimist at heart. So even though when things get hard, I'm not going to sit here and I might cry a little bit to my best friend. And then she's like, okay, bitch, pick it up, let's go. And so we pick it up and we go, and you got to just pave your own way out here. And it does take a lot of work. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I'm finally now getting the calls for to turn the books into shows and all that kind of stuff. It's 12 years. 12 years of hard work. And so now that that's happening, I can't sit back and just be like, oh, I'm going to rest on my laurels. No, I got to continue to pay for it so that way when I get into those spaces where I am talking to producers and whatnot, I know it's still an old boys club there too. So I'm going to have issues there too. So I think dealing with that in the literary industry has prepared me for what I'm going through now in the Hollywood world.
Do you think, have it ever crossed your mind to say, I just want to be traditional? I do not want to be independent. I want to be traditional. What is the benefits of being independent, and what is the benefits you think would be for being traditional?
So I have a unique perspective because I've been both. So in the beginning of my career, my career went like this: indie, traditional, indie. Okay. And so in the beginning when I was indie, I had no clue what I was doing. My books didn't go platinum, they went wood. Okay. It was no sales over here. All right. Because I had that mindset that a lot of new authors get was like, okay, I put the book out. Where are the readers? And they didn't come. So I was sitting here sad. But yes, would. But when I got one thing that did happen that really, really helped me was that I got called by a publisher because they seen the books and they read them and then they called me. It was a small boutique publisher, and she took me by the hand and she taught me the business. I was never one of those traditionally published authors that felt like everything had to be given to me. I knew that, they were going to get the majority of the money. That's the contract you signed, But I always look at things like this. Okay, it's a 60-40 split. They're about to get 60. I want to get 40. And that's after they recoup the money they spent on getting the book together. So what can I get in that time where I'm poor? Let me get some knowledge. Okay, so let me go ahead and follow you to all the events. Let me see how you put this together. Show me how you do this. Show me how you do that. I make sure that anybody that I sign the contract with, you're going to show me something. So that way when I leave you, eventually, I'll leave it with some knowledge. And the good thing is that person has helped me even after my time was done. Usually when your contract's up, you have to buy out the rights. She gave them to me. along with every single cover that I've ever had. She gave them to me. I've never had to, and even to this day, I can call her and be like, hey, I need advice. I'm on the phone with her like once a week. Because she's like, hey, did you hear about this? This producer's looking for this. This agent's looking for this. You know, she's always constantly helping me. So I really lucked out in that respect. But I do love being indie published because you have so much freedom.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anybody telling you, nah, that ain't it. You know what I mean? You don't gotta worry about saying, okay, I want my book covers to look like this. And they're like, nah, we're not doing that. We're doing this. Or someone, being accountable to somebody. The only people I'm accountable to are my readers. And they have forgiven me for being late on every single book. I am blessed that y'all have forgiven me. If I had a publisher, it wouldn't be going down like that. Okay, so I would say that I never sway people away from going traditional. But if you're going to go traditional, make sure that you're not just sitting there, hanging out and letting people do the work. You better be in there learning because your contract will come to an end. And when it comes to an end, you need to be able to go out there and hit it for yourself.
So do you feel like being independent, how would you, if you could go back to when you first started as independent, how would you, besides learning from who you learn from, but how would you do things?
If I could go back and tell Baby Phoenix anything, I would say, girl, stop being lazy, okay? You got to go out here and you got to market. Because I had this grand idea in the beginning that I was going to be a secret author, okay? I wasn't going to show my face. I was going to be real mysterious, okay? That did not work out, obviously, because here I am showing my face. I would tell Baby Phoenix, hey, girl, market, okay? Oprah's not going to just call you out the blue for her book club, okay? And your books don't even fit into what she's trying to do. So you need to go out there, you need to market, you need to hit it. I spent the first year and a half being self-published in the beginning, just like wondering why my books weren't selling. And then eventually I started marketing and I was selling books out the trunk of my car. Me and my best friend, she was taking the pictures for my book covers. Like we was out there like really grinding. And for 3 years we were doing that. And then I got signed. So it wasn't a quick thing. It was 3 years of me barely breaking even on the books, hawking my wares at the flea markets, at here in Illinois, there's a festival for every damn thing. So at the festivals, I wasn't buying on the table. I was in the parking lot because I was poor. Okay, or as my dad said, I was poor because I couldn't afford the O or the R. So I was doing all that, and it finally picked up. But I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have gotten my social media up sooner. I wish I would have started doing the Instagram stuff when it was super, super new and hot. I wish I wouldn't have waited. I wish I wouldn't have wished and prayed that somebody would come and save me, because no one's coming to save you. You got to save yourself. So I wish I would have done that, and I would have told Baby Phoenix, you got to do that stuff.
Do you think that working at Comic-Cons and those type of fan base compared to going to book events, which one is less, I don't know, anxiety driven? I know.
Well, I'm an anxious girl. So I have anxiety everywhere I go. But I would say that it's two different types of things, right? So when you go to a Comic-Con or anime convention, you are one of a few authors, right? So you're probably going to have to push a lot harder to find readers. But the good thing is you're one of a few. So if someone's looking for a book, there's only like 3 of y'all there. You know what I mean? However, at book events, the readers are already there. So all you gotta do is convince them that your book is the one they're looking for. Now, you do have to compete with everybody else around you, but at least you guys are all on the same page in terms of this is our entire fan base right here. You know what I mean? So either way, it's a little tricky. There's a little bit of anxiety on either one. There's not one that I prefer over the other. I rarely come out the house. I go to like maybe 3 events a year. I'm trying to change that. Okay, so next 2025, I'm trying to be out the house. Okay, so I would say either one. I go to both. So yeah.
So how is it that you went from urban fiction, erotica, paranormal? Out of those 3, which one do you love the most?
Oh my lord, that's like picking a child. I only have one of those. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna answer the first part of your question first, and then we'll get to the favorite. How
Okay.
did I move from? Because I've genre hopped 3 times now. I went from street lit to erotic romance to erotica to paranormal, and then over to dark romance. It always happened by accident. It was never like a conscious thought. I only started writing erotic romance because my publisher at the time was trying to put together a romantic anthology for Valentine's Day. So I
Mm-hmm.
came out with this book called Fooling Around, and that was my first bestseller.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one we're actually making into a TV show right now. So Fooling Around, and I shouldn't have said that. It's between us girls, okay?
And the 11 people that's here.
Y'all keep a secret. So yeah, she was putting together an anthology,
Mm-hmm.
and I was the only author on the label who actually came up with their part of the anthology. So she just put it out, and it was about a cam girl who falls in love with her ex-husband's best friend. Okay. And it ended up being, it's supposed to be a 1 book thing, but it ended up becoming an entire series. And so that's a 4 book series. And that's been out since 2016, 2017. And then when I went to erotica, that's because I've always loved erotica. I grew up on Zane and, Mary B. Morrison. So I wanted to go ahead and try some of that. So I did that. And then we all know how I felt the paranormal. And the dark romance, that was conscious. That was the only one I actually chose to actually do. Because I was like, man, all these girls are out here. All my Caucasian friends are out here making all these books about the mafias and the organized crime. I could do the same thing. Okay, so I went ahead and I did it, and it actually turned out pretty well. That's
Wait,
probably my
what
biggest
dark romance?
book. Huh?
What dark romance?
Oh, this one, Grimm.
Mm.
It's big. It's my biggest book. It's my biggest one.
Why dark romance?
I'm a dark girl.
But
Everybody
how
still like
dark?
I'm sunshine and rainbows. I have a dark ass mind, and so I wanted to just go ahead and try it, and I really, really like it. Oh, you love Grimm? Yay! I did put out Nyx, so that's out.
How about to say, what
I'm
about
doing the next
Nyx?
brother. Yeah, I got the next brother is Mercury, and I'm working on that now. It should be out. I'm not gonna give y'all a
Mercury?
date. Yeah. So it's the Hounds of Hell series. 3 brothers who saw their parents get murdered, and they've come back to get revenge by marrying the daughters of their enemies. Okay, so that's what we're working with right now, and it's only one last book.
Okay. Cause my God. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like as an independent, because it's been a lot of discourse online. Of course we had a discourse about the Kelly Clarkson show and Miss Queen of Booktalk herself with the crunchy wig. So we've had a lot of discourse about that. But as a community, what is it as a community that we can do? Because I know this month I have dedicated to paranormal and fantasy authors. So I want to know, how is it for us who are paranormal fans and those who just even may casually read paranormal? How can we help y'all better to get the word out, to help you with your books? Any type of thing that we can do.
Recommend them and review them. Like, I had a lady. I've been very blessed to have a very loyal fan base. I'm going to start with that. They are on my newsletter. They open the emails when I send them. They've been very, very good about purchasing the books. Even if they don't read them, they purchase them. So I'm very blessed to have a really loyal fan base. What I will say, now the lady with the crunchy wig, look, I am new to Booktalk, so I'm new to all this little drama y'all got going on over here. I'm learning as I go, and I'm like, oh my, what is happening over here? Let me go back to Instagram. Let me go back to Twitter where we just talk about politics. But if y'all would treat our books the same way as our other friends' books get treated, okay? Like, they are out here doing little dances and dressing up as the character like Ebony said. E. Bowser.
Everybody
E.
know how
Bowser
that
said.
Everybody, yeah. You fine. You fine.
I'm
Everybody
sorry.
know her name, Heaven.
Like Ebowser said, dressing up as the characters and doing like long posts about the characters, like really diving deep. Like, treat me like the K-pop fans treat their people. Okay, like make little cuts and snips and stuff. Okay, I want you to fangirl over me. Okay, because I work really hard on these books. I promise you, somebody dressed up as one of my characters for Christmas, Halloween, I would love you for life. I probably would send you books every year. Okay, I would love you for life. We would be best friends. Do us that same way. The way
Really?
Beyonce got the
You
beehive.
would?
Okay, I want my little fireflies. I want stuff like that.
You say if somebody dressed up as your characters for Halloween.
You will get books for life. I'm saying it. I will put that out there. The first person to dress up as one of my characters, I will send you the books for life. You will be my best friend.
Say less. Say less. I wasn't gonna really do too much for Halloween. I was gonna put a McShiesty hat on and call it a day. But bet. I got you. Bet. I already know the character I want to do. I'm gonna shock and awe you.
I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait.
Bet.
We're gonna be best friends. I'm gonna be sending you books every time they come out.
You didn't have to say nothing. Say less. Say less. I told you one of my favorites, so say less. Tell me. I got you. I got you. Okay, so what is your advice to like a Black author that is male or female trying to get into the paranormal romance world, the dark paranormal romance world, or even the fantasy world, erotica, whatever? But I'm gonna try to stick with paranormal and fantasy.
Okay.
What advice can you give them besides being the marketing, because that's a big part of it? But what advice can you, as soon as they write that word on the computer, what advice do you give them?
Before you even write that word, you better be reading, okay? Let's read some stuff first, all right? I see a lot of people, I've heard several authors tell me, I write books, I just don't read them. How do you write a book and you don't read? I'm not going to mention their names, but how do you write books and you don't read? Especially in a genre like this where there is just like certain terms or phrases that are used that people who read this genre know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just certain established rules that we have.
Mm-hmm.
With shifters, right? Usually a bite will turn your mate. Okay, it might work a little differently, a little, it could be the same as that animal or a different animal, whatever it is. But usually in the entire, whether it's black, white, blue, or green, everybody knows a shifter's bite will turn their mate, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't read in this genre, how do you know these things? So you're just making us up as you go, which is not a problem, but it makes the reader feel a little anxious when they are expecting one thing that has been established in the industry, and then you go and you do something different. So you need to go ahead and make sure you're reading. Also, when you write that first word, that's when I will start promoting myself.
Mm-hmm.
You are an author as soon as the first word is written, okay? So it's never too early to start promoting yourself. Get on social media. Start talking, I'm a humble girl. I don't really be out here talking my mess. You know what I mean? My mom was like, go out there and pop your junk. I don't do that. But I will tell y'all to do it, okay? Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Go out there and, start promoting yourself. And, you're doing something that everybody says they're going to do. I run into people all the time, even my own daddy, talking about, I'm going to write a book, okay? And here we are years later, and my daddy ain't wrote a word, okay? He's trying to get me to ghostwrite. And I tell him, I do ghostwrite. I ghostwrite for celebrities. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. But you're doing something as an author that everybody says they want to do. You are doing something amazing. You are taking what's in here and you're putting it on the page. That's magic. Go out there and tell everybody that.
You know what? You are just a phenomenal person. I swear to God. Do you think that the space for paranormal will expand more? Because you see a lot of movies now from Ryan Coogler. I keep fucking up his name, but
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
You from Monkey Paw Productions, Jordan Peele, from just it's more black people coming in there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
do you feel that people should really focus hard on trying to get indie books that are paranormals pushed out so that you guys can get seen by Hoorah, by It's a Ray or whoever? Do you think that should happen? And how does it look to you for the paranormal world to come to film or come to a TV series?
That
Indie,
is my main
indie paranormal.
goal. My 5-year plan, I'm actively working on it now, is to start my production company so I could take black indie books and put them on the screen. Whether we're going to BET Plus or we're going to Peacock or we're going to, the AMC Theater, whatever we're doing, we're going to get you out there. How can the public help us? Push our books, read them, and then also whatever's out there right now, like the series, I think it's on BET Plus. It's called Wicked City.
That's all
Okay,
black. I've watched.
all
I've
black. There
watched
we go.
every series, every season.
Watch stuff like that, so that way they say, okay, you know what? The numbers on Wicked City are good. Let's go ahead and give that lady E. Bounce her zombie series, okay, or that lady Shine August. Let's get her Shifter Bachelor series, or Phoenix Williams. Let's get her Hellfire Valley series. Watch the stuff that's already out there, okay? Do you know why they went ahead and did a prequel on Game of Thrones? Because everybody was watching it. Every Sunday, we was all getting together. Well, we said my friend's house. We was all getting together and dressed up as the characters and watching, the show. So it got a prequel because it did numbers. Hollywood is not all about who has the most creative ideas. It's about who's bringing the most money. So if you are watching shows that are smaller indie productions that are based in paranormal, they star black people and they do big numbers, they're going to want more of that. So keep watching shows like that. Keep, going online and saying, you know what, I really wish, at Amazon, at Hulu, at Netflix, I wish y'all had something like this. You know what I mean? And that for authors, if you want to get your stuff pushed, you need to do comparisons, right? So I always tell people Queens of Beast is like Kill Bill meets Game of Thrones.
I can see that.
If you put those, because Kill Bill is my favorite movie, if you put those two things, like two comparisons or TV shows together, it puts it in people's mind like, hey, it's a movie, it's a TV show, something of that nature. So they can see that it's a visual medium where you're going next. So try doing stuff like that. Don't just say it's this book meets that book. No, I always use TV comparisons.
How important is like the visuals from creatives and influencers when they make visuals of your book and stuff like that? How important is that with your marketing, and how important is it as for other readers to see?
It's extremely important, and of course I appreciate every review. I appreciate every like, every repost. But when you take the time to actually do like a 30-second video or a 10-minute video, whatever you're doing, and talking about the book, I always repost it, no matter who posts it. No matter if you say, oh, it's 4 stars or 3 stars, I still repost it. You took your time, to do it. Now, I'm not reposting a 1-star one, okay? Sorry, I'm not reposting that. But anything else, I go ahead and do it. So it's very important. Number one, it makes the author feel appreciated, it makes them feel seen, but then also it helps other people see, it's not just the author saying that the book is good. There's another person out there who has no connection with the author who says that the book is good. So I want to go ahead and give it a try.
So do you think, as moving into the space of paranormal and dark paranormal, how far can you go with that? How far can you take it before it becomes fantasy?
I think, so me, I don't like rules. So I feel like we can go as far as we want to go, okay? If I say it's paranormal, I wrote it, it's paranormal, okay? You can't tell me it's a fantasy. I know what I wrote. But I feel like the moment we start having like other planets, okay, that's what, to me, we're in a fantasy, all right? Next time, if Queen of Beast moves to Mars, it's no longer paranormal, okay? If we are in a fantasy realm. So that's just how that goes.
What is the one thing that you fight with yourself against, but you know that you need to do, but you fight yourself like, nah, I don't want to do this. But you know this is what you need to do.
Okay. Shy August is a good friend of mine. She's also an author, and she gets on me about this all the time. I have a bunch of deleted chapters. I have like, okay, let's take Devastating Calamity. Okay, people were mad that book was short. The issue was I was writing it from a hospital bed, y'all. So I was sick writing it. So forgive me. I'm going to fix it. Just give me some time. But I had a bunch of chapters. I probably have like 6 chapters I just took out and it just sit in the file somewhere. Every book has that. You know, if you look at Total Anarchy, which is probably one of the bigger ones in the series, I have like 8 chapters that didn't make it. They're just sitting in a folder somewhere. And she's always telling me, stop taking the chapters out. Leave them in. I'm like, nah, I don't feel like writing that today, so I'm just gonna take the chapter out. And that's just how that goes. So I probably will do let's see, in about 2018, I'll probably this upcoming year, I'll probably go ahead on the anniversary of putting these books out, go ahead and start doing like the anniversary specials of them, and just going ahead and like updating the covers and then adding in those chapters I took out. They're gonna be bigger.
Damn shame.
I'm sorry, but look, and I even do that with Grimm. Like, this book is so big, but I have probably like 10 chapters I didn't make it because I don't feel like writing that today. Okay, like sometimes you don't feel like writing something, but I don't want to.
Whoa! You said it was 10 chapters that didn't make it into Grimm?
Yeah.
Why are you denying us?
Because look, I'm a procrastinator, y'all. Okay. One of the classes I teach is how to be a successful author without being a great procrastinator. Okay, like I have to smell that deadline for me to get started. Like right now, I know this Christmas book, Hellfire Reality Christmas, yeah, it's due like in December sometime. What day? I can't even remember. That's how you know I'm not serious about it, because I don't even know what day it's due. But come Thanksgiving, I bet you I get started.
That's crazy. That is insane. That is insane. So
I need the pressure.
What advice do you give Black women in the industry that are indie, and as far as moving forward in a world where we know that romance runs the shit when it comes to literary, it runs the shit. But what advice do you give them when they see that people are putting them down because they're writing romance, or they're writing erotica, or they're writing in the world of people who don't read smut?
I'm a smut peddler, okay? I am a paperback pornographer, is what I call myself, okay? And I'm very proud of it. However, for my girls out there who are trying to write and they need advice in terms of how to move in genres that are not romance heavy, my biggest piece of advice is write the book that you want to write. Be authentic. There's a reader out there for everybody, okay? Like I said, I didn't think anybody was going to read Queen of the Beast. There was no smut. She was not actively looking for a love interest. She was there. I mean, in the first scene, we're cutting off hands. I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff. So she wasn't actively looking for a man. That doesn't mean that the readers didn't like it. They loved it because she wasn't doing that. You know what I mean? And stay true to yourself. Write the book that you want to write. Write the book that you want to read. There's going to be someone out there for you. And more than likely, that someone is me. Because I love romance, don't get me wrong. But I have never walked on a beach and found me a millionaire by accident, okay? And I would like to know where this beach is, because I need somebody to take care of me, okay?
In Queen of Beasts, you showcase the sisters who is the baddest bitches on the planet. I ain't even about to hold you. You showcase the sisters as being a man was not something that they yearned for. It was something that just happened. And when it happened, they had to work for that shit. So how is it making women in that whether paranormal, and I just want to say this, paranormal is based in realism, y'all. So I don't get when y'all be like, this shit is fiction. It don't be real. It's based in realism. Y'all just dumb as fuck. But anyway, But anyway, how's it making those characters and giving them that assertiveness and that independence and that and also understanding that they have to be true to themselves or and yet find themselves and understand that they deserve love too. How is it, because it's such a similarity towards black women when we, don't feel like we deserve love, or we feel that we have to be so strong that we too strong and we don't even want a motherfucker to come near us because you ain't on my level, you ain't strong enough. So how do you feel writing characters like that?
I based him off of something my dad told me, and he was like, "You never dumb yourself down to bring a nigga up." Okay,
Mm.
and so once he told me that, I've lived my life by that. He also told me when you hang out with 9 broke bitches to be the 10. He had a lot of sayings, but anyways, um, but I took that and I watched like my mom and my aunts and my grandmother, how they never made themselves smaller to make the men in their lives feel bigger. My
Mm-hmm.
grandmother was one of the first black people who ever worked for Bank of America down in the South. Okay. She became a manager. And back then, women weren't supposed to work outside of the house. She never made herself smaller for my grandfather. My grandfather had to make himself bigger to match her. And so
Mm-hmm.
that is how I wrote the characters. That's how I write all my female characters. I never want them to feel like they have to dumb themselves down and be, very like damsel in distress. They can save themselves,
Right.
okay? They don't really need, they would like for you to be there, but they don't need you to be there. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how I see most women in my life, and that's how I wanted to write it so women could see themselves in those characters where, you know what, you don't necessarily need this person, you want them there. And because you want them there, you're going to try your hardest to have them match your energy. You're not going to dumb yourself down and bring yourself smaller. They need to rise up to your level. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times, as women, we've been told that we have to, settle
Yeah.
and make him feel like a man. Well, if I can take away his masculinity, but it's just a few words, does that really make him a man? You know what I'm saying? Like men have told me I've, made their soul tremble. That's a problem with you and your soul. Talk to a therapist, okay? Ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. I'm not gonna change myself to make
Mm-hmm.
you feel better. Anyone who's asking me to change myself doesn't really like me for me. And so that's what I really put into the characters. Because I want y'all to be yourself. Stop dumbing yourself down for these dudes who don't mean you no good.
And then you have the males that are in the book. You made sure that they learned empathy, that they learn how to be in touch with their emotions, more or less. Yeah, I'm a badass, but I'm in touch with my emotions and understanding that having mates, that they're equals, not their property. So how was it writing that, and why did you write that?
I wrote that because just looking at my dad and how he runs, like he was never one of those kind of dudes who was just like, I'm the king of the castle and y'all bitches better get. He was never like that. He was like, yeah, okay, I'm a cook, I'm a clean, I'm a guard, I'm gonna do that. It doesn't make me less of a man because I'm taking on traditional female roles in the house. He still went out, he worked, and he came home and he would cook and clean and do all that kind of stuff. And also the way that my raising my son really helped me with that because I got tired of dealing with these other ladies' raggedy ass sons, okay, when they would come over, didn't know how to have an emotionally intelligent conversation, didn't know how to, the only emotion they knew was anger. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to express themselves in an articulate way. And so I wrote my male characters in a way where it's real in terms of, yeah, they have some issues. But as they go along, they learn that they can open themselves up, not just to the women in their lives, but to everybody. Because the moment you start opening yourself up emotionally, life is a little bit better.
Throughout the books, I forgot what it was. Cold blooded.
Cold blooded killer. Yeah.
Okay, you had this woman who had emotionally been just stepped on her whole life because of things that was pretty much out of her control, and yet she still found love and friendship within people that were different from her. Even though she had an alpha status, she literally was like, I'm just a protector of my friends, my family. How was it writing that? Because the reason why I say that is because a lot of times we as females, and I'm this is me. I'm talking about me when I say this. We as females will tend to be so strong alone that it's hard for us to be strong together. And then when we are together, we are very angry because we don't want nobody else to touch our possessions. You know what I'm saying? So how was it writing that and showcasing how there are people out here who have these emotions and feelings and it's hard?
Killer was probably my favorite book to write. I have been waiting to write Killer since Queens of Beast Taming Revy. Okay, and that came out in 2018. So when I finally got a chance to write Killer, I was so happy. I based Killer on how me and my group of friends operate. We're all very strong women who've been through a lot of things. But just having that thought, well, you know what? I can operate in a space where I feel safe and not have to feel like, I need to compete with another woman or I need to be catty or anything like that. That's how I really based Killer off of. She was able to come in there and really find a sense of family. And as soon as she felt safe enough, she let the true her come out. And I think as women, all we really need is a place of safety because sometimes the world is extremely unsafe for us. And so, not even sometimes, a lot of the time, the world is extremely unsafe for us. And so when you find that safe space and you find the people that you feel comfortable with, you're able to shed the persona that you have for the outside world and be yourself. That is like one of the most beautiful things. And I wanted to show that in Cold Blooded Killer.
And you also have the one sister who sees all the damn ghosts and life just be fucking her ass up.
Right, yeah.
She just was tired. She just tired of that shit. Everybody shit. So how is it making someone like that? She is a pretty much like a black emo chick who is just don't take shit from nobody, but at the same time she has to deal with so many emotions. And it's just uncomfortable for her.
Yeah, some of us girls out here are empaths, right? Yeah. You feel the energy, you feel the emotions from those around you, and that's what Mariah was based on. Like, what would it be like as an empathetic person to not only deal with your own ghosts of your past, but everybody else is around you, right? Mm-hmm. And it was pure hell for her. She was haunted by ghosts that had nothing to do with her, right? So what do you do when people's energies are fucking with your own? Mm-hmm. I say you go ahead and you use it to your advantage, right? You turn that around on them. That's what she did. So that book right there was really fun to write because you could do a whole lot. She had a lot going on. Okay, she is skin shifter. She got the future thing going on. She got the ghost. She had a lot going on. Okay, she's got the man. She's over here in the Fight Club. There's a lot happening in Mariah.
She's one of my favorites. She's one of between her and Killer. They are my spirit animals. I love them. I swear. Most people would be like, nah, the dragon. No. Absolutely not.
Everybody thinks they're Adara, but most of y'all like Revy, okay?
Between Killer and her, those are my spirit animals because that's my personality to a T. To a T. So now, you have written all this. You done stepped into dark romance paranormal.
Yes.
What's next?
I have the next books already planned. Okay, so they're all up here. And in fact, I have a release date, pre-release on Amazon. Okay. So the next thing, of course, is...
On my damn phone. I'm dead. Wait, you already got it's up?
Yes, it's called Night of Nightmares. And it comes out in, I believe it is June. Hold on, I got it right here. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's June. Yeah, let's go with June. That sounds right. So it's called Night of Nightmares. And okay, so y'all know I'm a blurred. I have, a very nerdy heart. And one thing that I am into so much is wrestling. okay, and WWE, okay, like during the Attitude Era, I was right there, with Stone Cold and The Rock and all that. I was into it. I'm still into it. I watch it every Monday and every Friday. Okay, you can't get me on those days because I'm over here watching wrestling. All right, so I was thinking to myself, what if I wrote a wrestling book, but not like how the other girls are doing it, where they're like UFC fighters? Like, what if they were just like, wrestling fans, like WWE, right? But we made them shifters. And so that's what we're doing. It's called Night of Nightmares. It comes out June 13th.
Okay. Do you need an ARC reader? Do you need?
Yes, I do. I have a little art club, and I'm always accepting members. Okay, yeah, I'll send you the books. Yeah,
Please, please. Oh my God. Okay, I am pleading my case and my whatever to you. Because I want to see you in person at a book fair. Yes, it might be awkward because I'm gonna be staring at you because I'm be.
Stop.
Look. When I say I really like paranormal, I really do, and I love your freaking books. You can ask the girls that I love, my sisters, the Booty Book Baddies. I love your books. I love
Thank
your
you so
books.
much.
So I would love for you to be in person. And I know we have a book tour that it's called the Boozy Book Tour. And it's going to be in Raleigh, Arlington, Chicago, and Las Vegas. And the one in Chicago, look at her. She said she always talking about you. But we have one in Raleigh that will have a fantasy comic book and paranormal corner. I would love for you to sign up. And of course, we're going to be in Chicago. So I would love for you to sign up to be a part of the tour. Because I really, 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 I don't care about none of the bitch. I'm talking about me. I'm saying this about me. I want to see you in person. I told you I was devastated that I couldn't come to see you into. I'll
tell you this. Normally I don't come outside, but for you I will come out. So send me the information. I'll sign up. I'll come out, and I'll bring out my stuff. And what you'll see, so in your package, you got something that nobody else has. So it doesn't go live until Wednesday. Okay. So with the books, I started another company, okay? And I have now matching scents that go with the books, okay? So this right here is Adara, and then you have Alonzo. So these are in your package along with the books. So I will bring these two, all right? And anybody else who wants them, you'll see they're going to be live on the TikTok shop as of Wednesday. The Adara smells so good. It smells like chocolate and coconut and just all your lifelong dreams. And then Alonzo smells like a faithful man. I put the little wax smells. You put them all around the house. You leave one open in your car. It smells good. So Alonzo is my best-selling scent. Whenever I go to events, I bring these with me, and it always sells out when I bring it out. So if you guys want an Alonzo, you might want to get on that as of Wednesday because that one does go fast. But you already have them.
What the fuck?
They'll get to you on Tuesday.
I'm usually not this giddy. Usually I smile and I laugh, but I am usually not this giddy on an interview. I swear to God. Shit. And usually I have more to say. Wow. Wow. Let me drink. Let me gather myself. Okay. So, with that being said, what is your plan for the next 2 years? Usually I say 5, but what's your plan for the next 2 years in regards to your career as an indie author, moving from indie to maybe into movies and stuff like that, or TV shows, what is your plan for that?
The goal was in the next 2 years, this will be on your screen. Fooling around, not Hellfire Valley, okay? My
I
book,
wish.
Fooling Around, will be on the screen. We're actually, I have some interest from a few different networks. So I'm working on screenplays and treatments and all that kind of stuff right now. I call it my pre-production. Okay, that's what we're in right now. Okay, and then we'll have a relaunch. So no, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully in 2 years it'll be on your screen. And then once that takes off, because I feel it in my heart, I'm always optimistic, but I really do feel like it'll take off. I'm trying to use that momentum to bring Hellfire Valley to y'all. I just need somebody with a dragon budget. Okay, I need somebody who has, like. I need to go to HBO. Okay, they got all them leftover dragons from Game of Thrones. Okay, and the one show that's on right now. Okay, House of the Dragon. They got all the leftover dragons. Okay,
they all got that budget.
They don't even gotta make me no new ones. Just make one. I just need one and make it green.
What is your? How are you going to be better in engaging with your fans online?
I know I need to work on that, y'all. So I have made a plan. Okay, because really, I'm a shy girl. Okay, it might not seem like it, but I really am a shy girl. I just be looking at y'all. I see y'all. Okay, and I'm like, oh, I want to interact. Never mind, I'm going to sleep. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to start going live more often, and I figure, you know what? We're just gonna take it from the top, and I want to go ahead and start reading the books with y'all online. And we're gonna take it from my very first published book, which was "Sex, Love, and Other Drugs." Okay, so we'll start with that one, and we'll just read through it every week.
Yeah, watch out because TikTok be on it when it comes to certain words.
Oh, my bad, schmecks.
No, I'm talking about when you read.
Damn. I mean, darn. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think of that. Never mind. I gotta figure out something else, y'all. Cause that book is nothing nice. Well, my books are never nothing nice. Okay, I got a lot of
Thank you, Ariel. So when are we gonna get narrations?
Okay, so audiobooks. Everybody's been asking me about that. I am trying to work on that. For a moment, I was like, I could do it myself. Okay, but I giggle too much when I read, so that's not gonna work out. Because I'll be reading my book and I'm like, oh, that right there, ha ha ha, I'm so funny. So that's not gonna work. I just gonna find somebody whose voice I like. So if you have a nice voice out there, DM me. Okay, DM me like a little
people. If you're interested, actually, they're on here right now.
I'm very much interested because I have how many books out here? I got 1 million of these things, and they all need to be narrated. I got almost 30, 40 books.
Because I think Audrey Shanice, she could play. She could play killer. She can either play killer or she can play. I don't know. She could play all of the female main characters. But Audrey Shanice, I think she could do that. And I know RL is on here. He has a growl when he talks, and that's natural. And
okay, send me a little snippet of your voice, both y'all, because I'm trying to get this started as the new year, so I can go ahead. Because look, Christmas time, Halloween time, I'll be in the house, okay, and I'll be trying to be making pumpkins and doing all kind of stuff and working out and trying to get my summer body in the winter. But come January.
Do you mind if I bring them up real quick so you can hear their voices?
Go right ahead.
Okay, Shawnee's and RL, make yourself available. I'm trying to hook y'all up. All right, as soon as I can. Okay, there goes Shawnee.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
You got a midnight love voice. Remember that? What's that on B103? Whispers in the Dark. I know what's going on.
Could somebody please get RL back here?
Nice to meet you. My
It's
sister
nice to meet
Storm
you
talks
too.
about you constantly. I've heard Phoenix Williams, Phoenix Williams, Phoenix Williams. So nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Oh gosh.
They do call me Shauna Tonin, because she said, I have kind of I say I have a sultry kind of voice, but yeah.
You do. You
Thank you,
want to
thank
work
you,
in
thank you.
radio? Okay, you should work in
Um,
radio. Because I don't like this little Keith Sweat thing they got going on the radio up here. He be over there whining too much in the microphone for me. But if you want to try out for the radio, there's a few radio stations up here. I know what's going on. You can get on the radio real
I've
quick.
never considered radio, but yeah, I really enjoy reading audiobook, like reading books and making books into audio. I have a huge passion for the indie indie authors and stuff. I really can't put that into words, which is the reason why I'm part of the Boozy Book Baddies, Boozy Book Publishing, where I'm a narrator, mentor, and advisor. I'm about to go into PR in a couple of years. So,
Nice.
yeah, I really
I'm always looking for a
enjoy
PR person. Let me tell you, I'm so tired of handling my own stuff. Okay, I have an agent. That's mostly for the film stuff. But
Uh-huh.
everything else, you think he's sweaty on the radio? Yeah, what is it called? A sweat hotel? That sounds real nasty. I don't want to go to a sweat hotel.
But yeah.
But I am looking for somebody in PR. I'm always looking for a PR person. I'm tired of handling my own stuff because it never gets done.
I'm just starting, so like I really enjoy all like a lot of the aspects of it. But I'm saying next year, I'm calling next year my brand building year, and then the next year
Yeah.
after that, then I'll go back to school for my degree. I'm not gonna say how deep I'm gonna go.
She sure is going to go get her degree. She sure
So
is.
yeah. But I know people have voice sensitivities and they're like, oh, some people like certain voices you know, and authors, I do respect the fact that y'all have these voices in your minds, where
Yes.
it's like you want the voice to match what you're hearing. So like, that's always my thing. It's like, does my voice give you that feeling? Do you feel like I can embody the characters that you have been living in your head, that you have to put
Yeah.
on the page? And so I think I have a unique perspective as a narrator that a lot of people don't have because I'm surrounded by so many readers and interviewers like my sister Storm and so many writers like my sister Nasty, author Nasty, and reviewers so like there's so many people that I have around me that I'm able to gain perspective from. So
Yeah.
I have a deep respect for the indie authors and just authors in general, as far as when it comes to like bringing your stories to life, you know? So,
Well, I really like your voice. Send me your rates, and let's talk in January about getting you on contract. And I'll send you over these. I got a lot of books. Okay, you're gonna be busy.
listen, I'm busy already, but you know what?
Make time for me,
Such is
please.
life. So, yeah, I don't know where RL went.
I have no idea. He jumped in, gave me a gift, and then left.
Hi, Lanisha.
But
Lanisha is another great, amazing narrator.
yo,
Love her, love her.
Lanisha would
Mhm.
definitely be the queen. She would definitely.
Oh
Her
yeah,
voice-
I never read your books, but I could Lanisha could do a queen part.
She.
Oh, and
Sure.
Laura.
Lanisha, can you come up for a second? I'm just out
Yeah,
there.
put it in your calendar because I will forget. I'll be over here like, oh yeah, deck the hall. And then my birthday's in January, so I'll be going on vacation. And next thing you know, it'll be March. I'm like, you know what? I think I talked to somebody about audiobooks. So put it in your calendar to reach out to me, please. Because I will forget.
I will.
Lanisha, can you come up? Because I just think because I love the voices that I be hearing in my KK. Okay, the voices I be hearing in my head when I read your books, and then I talk to these people in real life, and I'm like, her, him, her. Yeah. So I was hoping that some of the narrators would come into the live, so because that was going to be a question I was going to ask you anyway.
Well, I appreciate it because you know what, my readers have been getting on me like, okay, ma'am, we love, the paper and we love the digital, but where are the people who are going to speak to me? And I'm like, well, it's going to be me today, okay? I'll read to you because I haven't had time to figure that out yet.
So this is Lanisha.
Hi, Lanisha. Can you hear me?
Oh, she got an echo.
Oh, then she's muted. Okay.
Yeah, it was the echo because she's probably in her recording booth. And sometimes when they're in the recording booth, it like has.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right. Oh, my headphone. This headphone sucks. Hold on. All right. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
All right. It's not optimal sound, but my headphones are acting up.
You sound great to me.
Thank you.
So after
It's very nice to meet you.
I would like you to meet Lanisha Edmonds, who is a narrator.
It's very nice to meet you. Thank you so much, both of y'all, for coming up. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm just happy to be invited.
And you got a nice voice too. Everybody got nice voices. Man, I wish I had a nice voice. I'm over here sounding like a country bumpkin.
You do
sound like you would be like a Dara. I think that would be a perfect voice for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you know what? Shanice, you sound like this character I have called Danny, and it's in Sex, Love, and Other Drugs. She's a madam. And that's what it's giving me.
You don't tell her that.
Nice.
Lord.
Language.
That's because you got like this whispers in the dark midnight love thing going on.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Like I don't know. Like I love doing those kind of parts though. Like I haven't had the opportunity to do those parts yet, but I would really enjoy that because
Lord Jesus.
You're good for that one.
Y'all know me. Look at
I do think these two women right here, because they're phenomenal narrators, and I just think they will do well for this book. And I'm not saying that because I know Shani and I've heard Lanisha, and I love her voice when I see her on her videos and she's narrating. And she's in the
That's
book.
where I see you. You be doing the videos, right? Because I be scrolling through and I'm like, okay, I knew you look familiar. Okay, yes, I heard you do your stuff. Yeah.
So
both of y'all, please send me y'all rates so we can get this rolling in January when I'm more focused and not trying to go party.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for
I
coming.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yay, finally audiobooks. So they won't be mad at me no more. I think I'm about the last one who has audiobooks in this genre. Everybody got audiobooks except for me.
If I were you, Phoenix, I would follow these two, and you probably meet up or run up with some other narrators, some Black narrators that you can possibly have for your books, because you have a amazing catalog for the Hellfire series, and why not have an all Black cast?
Yes.
We love that.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and follow y'all, and then I'll reach out to y'all via DM with my contact info, and then we can go from there, okay?
I love it.
Awesome,
and if you need the guys' emails, I've worked with a lot of guys, so I have them, their real names and their pseudos. So if you need that, I got you.
All right, cool. This is way better than what I was going to do. I was going to get into my brother used to be a rapper, okay, at my mama's house. And so he had like a whole little studio in his closet, and I was getting ready to go over there, and I was going to do like women's voice or the man's voice. This is way better than what I was getting ready to do.
Please try it. First, you should try it, and then you could see how challenging it could be, and you'd be like, all right. maybe I should leave it to the professionals. Or you may have a talent for it. You could have a
Maybe you do.
talent
Maybe
for
it's a hidden
it.
talent.
And then you could you're like, well, I'm this character, so here we are.
The problem is I giggle too much. I'll be reading, even now I read my books like, ha ha ha, that's so funny.
Listen,
Maybe I
we
can edit
laugh
that
too
out.
when
We'll
we're
see. I'm
narrating.
gonna figure
We
it
can
out.
read the book and still, when we get to the part, be like, what? And then have to
Yeah.
gather. So
All right,
yeah.
but we'll get this together. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited.
You're
Yay.
welcome.
Now
Nice
I'm
to
going to
meet
be in the
you.
rapper's closet.
My God.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys
Right.
for coming
All
up.
right.
Yep.
Thank you
Bye.
guys.
I hope that helped.
It did so much. I'm so excited now. And now everybody can get an audiobook and they can stop harassing me, okay? Because they're already harassing me about everything else, about books and spin-offs and all kinds of stuff. So now they can go ahead and leave me alone. About audiobook.
I'm telling you, the Black Book Talk community got so much stuff. You'll be surprised. You will
And
be
that's why I think as a community, it should be promoted more, okay? Now, I've heard about the lady with the wigs, okay? And I understand.
Greater.
And I heard they told me she was the queen of it all. I don't know, okay? But I feel that's not the truth. Like I said, I just got here, okay? Like
She's
literally
the
like
queen
2
of
months ago.
hangnails. She's a queen of hangnails. That's what she is. Because she's a pain in all our foots, asses, and everything else. That's all she is, the queen of hangnails. She ain't the queen of nothing on no literary stuff. But when it comes to this community, we are a village, we are a community, and we try to uplift each other. So if one person does something, you reach back, get the other person. Hey, this person might be the person you're looking for.
Yeah.
So, and
That's amazing. That's really great. And you know, I'm gonna start promoting. I have free classes that I do every quarter where I'll do like one on like, you know, how to procrastinate and still be a winner like me. Because I be, ooh baby, I gotta procrastinate. Or, you know, marketing 101, advertising and all that kind of stuff. So I'll start putting those things here on TikTok too so everybody can join in and have, you know, a learning experience.
I like that. Picasso. So I want to know, what is your social medias?
Okay.
What is your book group, if you have one? And how can we get your books?
Okay, so you will feel seen with the procrastination. Join me, friend. Okay, procrastinators unite. All right, not all of us are super organized. Okay, like I'll be over here like head in the clouds, running through a field of the flowers, and I'll be like, books due, and then I'll shut down and disappear for months or weeks rather. Okay, so you can find me on everything. I'm on everything. Phoenix Williams Books, except for on Twitter, it is Phoenix_William. No S on the end because somebody stole that name before I got to it. Okay, but Phoenix Williams Books on everything. You can also join my newsletter. If you look at any of the links in my social media, you'll be able to find the link to the to the newsletter. I give out free short stories all the time via my newsletter, so make sure y'all join that. And then you can buy my books Amazon. I know it's in some Walmarts, but it's also now on TikTok Shop. Okay, so I will be selling that starting on Wednesday. That and all the little matching scents that go with the books, signed copies that will be going out. I'm always looking for new art readers. Right now I just have 2. So I'm looking for 2, well, 1 more now because you already joined. So I'm looking for 1 more art reader and then I'm closing it up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I always respond. So if y'all go ahead and y'all DM me, I might not respond right away, but I will eventually respond when I see it. So feel free to DM me, email me, and I always repost anything you guys put out about me or the books.
Well, we're going to get out of here, but before we leave, as I said before, I am a big fan of yours. This is the first interview that my questions, usually I don't write them down, so they just pour out of my head. I couldn't think straight because I was just like sitting here like Star Trek.
Oh no.
So I just want to say I do appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you do for the blurred community. Me as a blurred myself, and as a person who reads paranormal, and that's like my heart and soul. I read other genres, but paranormal will always be my first love. And to read your books, it makes those characters feel so real because I feel like it's me, and I appreciate the way that you write. I appreciate the way that you write love in all its entirety. You don't half-ass it. You give us the bad with the good before you can even get that happily ever after. And sometimes it's not so happily, but it's something. It's something.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's the nicest thing I ever heard. Thank you so much.
So I just appreciate and you sending me those books. I don't know whether I should, because I'm kind of sore from lifting yesterday, but I don't know whether I should yeet myself this way or that way. But it just feels like a yeeting moment. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I was about to cry, like, you don't understand. I wanted those Queen of Beasts books so bad.
You should have just told me. You should have DM me. I was like, okay, yeah, I said them.
Because I was like, I'm going to just go to the next C2E2. I hope she'll be at the next C2E2. But now that you said, first you're sending me those, but that's cool. But I need your whole thing, and I need to buy it. And I need to be at a place where you at so I can watch you sign it and just take pictures of me watching you sign it. All I'm asking for. But I appreciate you, and as a Black woman doing the things that you're doing, I say that I'm proud of you, and at the same time I'm in awe of you, and I just hope nothing but the best for you. I would love to see your the Queen of Beasts, the Hellfire series, be a TV show that runs with longevity as Supernatural and Vampire Diaries and the originals, or Buffy. So I would love to see that, and I'm hoping for that for you. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just mail you some Grimm too. You know what? You're so nice. You're so sweet. Don't look at me like that.
I know you fucking like what? Wait, what? You about to have me act up. Okay, all my sisters that's in here, y'all be sick of me. Be sick of me for the rest of the week. Be sick of me. Oh shit! Oh my god! Are you fucking?
I appreciate your support like so much. I really, really do. You do a lot for the book community, and I think a lot of times people forget, like, authors, we're sensitive people, and so to see someone really enjoy the books, like, that's all you really want. And you, like, thoroughly enjoy books. And so I really, really appreciate all you're doing for the book community, truly.
I don't have a strong enough drink. Wow. Yo, oh my god.
So once the post office opens on Monday, I'll come up there, and I'll still have some fooling around too. I think I might have some more fooling around, but I will send you that in the matching sense, so you'll have like a whole little collection. And anybody else who wants them, check the TikTok shop starting on Wednesday.
Be sick of me, y'all. My favorite author, one of my fucking favorite paranormal authors, is sent to me. Oh, Jesus. Thank you so much. You have made my fucking weekend.
Thank you.
I am about to go drink and get high. I'm happy as fuck. I might even change my nails because I'm happy as hell right at this fucking moment. Can't nobody fuck with this happiness. Fuck y'all. She give me a book. Fuck y'all. I got that.
Let me know how you like everything. Let me know how you like how everything smells. And I'm gonna go grab me some Portillo's chocolate cake and relax for the rest of the night.
See, y'all forever trying to make me get on live. Okay.
I have not been on a live stream in like damn near 6 years. Okay, you were the first person who's convinced me to get ready and to get on live because I was over here like, no. You asked me, I was like, okay, yeah.
I'm
So
so
I
fucking.
appreciate you for making me get. This is my first TikTok live and everything. So yeah.
Please do not make it your last. It's so many of us on here that do podcasts, that interview authors. We may not do a podcast in the traditional sense in which we always put it on Spotify or Apple, but we call what we do here podcasts. And it's so many of us that read paranormal, erotica, and urban fiction that would love to talk to you, or authors that it'd be an author that they newly met. But please don't let this be the last time you get on live and talk to a book.
I won't. If y'all want me to interview, just let me know. You know, just DM me and I'll go. And I will start doing more interviews. And if you want me to come back, just let me know. Okay?
Yeah. Cause you got a book coming out next year, and I want to talk about it.
Thank you, E. Johnson, for the gift. Thank you, everyone who sent gifts. I really do appreciate it.
My God, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off of here. But thank you so much. I